about 300 yards in on the trail, and I encountered somebody pooping on the side. I know, everybody has to poop, but it's just funny that there's a toilet another couple hundred yards up the trail. So, when you gotta go, I guess. Alright, let me tell you what's going on today. So, I am at Swatara State Park in Pennsylvania, right off of the Pine Grove exit of Interstate 81. I parked at the Appalachian Trail parking area, and I am headed southbound on the trail. I'm headed to Rausch Gap Shelter area. It's about a little over 5 miles to the shelter, but with being a little out of shape, haven't been hiking as much as I should be in the past few weeks because of the cold weather, and we had back-to-back nor'easters. So it dumped a lot of snow up our way. And busy with work, doing stuff around the house, stuff like that. So, with that, I had the weekend off, and I decided I need to get out. So, we are headed up to here, and I haven't decided yet whether I want to make this a day hike, or if I want to stay overnight. I do have the capabilities to spend the night, but with a little bit of a twist. I'm leaving my normal routine of a hammock, not even using a tent. If I get up to the shelter and I decide to stay there, I'll stay obviously in the shelter. But if not, I brought just my tarp and a new sleeping pad that I recently got, which is the Climate Static V insulated. So I've laid on it at my house, and it's pretty comfortable. So I know I'm not really a ground dweller, but hey, you have to be versatile, you know what I mean? You have to be ready for any kind of situation. So that's why I like to deviate from my normal routine, just to hone up on my skills. So, alright, now I don't know if you guys have ever heard, but in Pennsylvania, the DCNR marks the game lands with these white blotches, which can very easily be confused with Appalachian white blaze trail markings. So I'm on the flow of the trail, but I'm really going to pay attention here in the next couple hundred feet to make sure that I come across actual white blazes, because I don't want to go in the wrong direction. And from what I understand, a lot of people have gotten lost because of this. So let's go here. And I see a white blaze right up ahead of us, so obviously we are still on the right track, but that is just something that you need to pay attention to when you're in Pennsylvania, or any state for that matter. Make sure you're looking for the 2-inch by 5-inch blaze. Those state game lands boundaries is just a white blotch. So, alright, yep, there's a white blaze right there. Alright, let's continue on our way and see what kind of adventure we can have. Alright, looks like we're coming up on a sign here. Let's take a look, see what it says. Huh. Appalachian Trail. That's awesome. Oh, we went down an elevation, now we're going back up. So, I've already had to shed a layer and my hat because it's a little warm climbing these elevations, gaining these elevations, whatever you want to call it. It's awesome though. I'll tell you what, I did not want to come down here, but I made plans earlier in the week to come down, and as I was sitting on the couch this morning right after I woke up, I was like, do I really want to go? Because you guys know, leaving the comfort of your couch watching TV, why would you want to go and freeze your butt off out here? But I pushed myself to do it. Now I'm thrilled. I can't believe I didn't want to come out here, which is awesome. So, oh well. Yep. It's definitely great. Now I believe it was Earl Schaefer who was the first guy to through hike the Appalachian Trail. I believe it was like 1948 or something like that. But I believe I was reading in one of his journals that said, correct me if I'm wrong, if it was him or not, but they said that while climbing steep ascents, if you keep your stride down to around 16 inches, which, if you think about it, 16 inches, that's like almost walking like a penguin. It's almost as if you're waddling. That you will maintain your pace and you will not exert as much energy as if you were going to take a long stride. And ever since I read that, when I hike up in the Catskills and stuff like that, I've tried it. And even here, when I'm climbing up a grade, I do that. And I can honestly say that it helps. You can, you know, it feels like you're going slower, but when you look at your average, it's right in par of what you're normally doing. Obviously, you're going to be taking more steps and stuff like that, but the whole point is not to exert as much energy and stressing yourself by taking a long stride trying to climb up a mountain. Kind of like taking steps 2 at a time, like I always do, but you get the idea. So, now I purchased a while back, you may have heard me talking about it in some of my previous videos, but I bought one of those Accurate thermometers to go on my backpack that gives the high temperatures and low temperatures of the day. And I don't know how accurate that Accurate thermometer is, because it says right now that it's about 48 degrees. There's no way. No way that it's 48 degrees. I don't know if it's getting the warmth coming off my pack. I mean, I have it hanging on the outside of it. I just don't see how it's 48 degrees. It feels more like 32, maybe 33. Alright, I just had a little bit of a scare. It said that my memory card corrupted and my video files may be corrupted. I hope to God that's not true. I had to do a recovery on the memory card. And it's not like it's a cheap memory card. I bought a good one. It was like, I think like $70 or something like that. I'm going to be a little mad if that's the case. Well, I just had an interesting encounter. I met up with my first ever through hiker. was kind of surprised. Older gentleman, very nice. He was kind of quick though. He wanted to get on his way. Said he started in Georgia, but he flip-flopped a couple times. I don't know I didn't ask any details, but I just thought that was pretty neat. So, of course, I just get a text message. So, but yeah, that's pretty neat. That's my first ever through hiker encounter. You know, I probably have seen them in the past, but I never conversed with them to find out if they were or not. So, pretty awesome. Now I did one thing a little bit different this hike, is with my Garmin InReach here. First time I'm doing it is I'm doing map sharing. So I sent a link via text message to my wife and to my brother, so they can, when it sends them, they click on it and it brings up a map and it shows them where I have my tracks and where I've been. So pretty neat. Oh, just slid a little bit. And I also sent a link to myself so I could check it out later too. So that should be pretty neat. But it's awesome. You know, I know you don't want to really be connected, but it's that peace of mind to where if anything happens, people are going to have a record on where you're at. So that's pretty cool. It's a little windier and a little chillier on this side of the mountain. Walking down now, losing elevation. But you ever hear the old hiker saying that says, you pack your fears? Well, I could 100% attest to that, because I know I packed way too many clothes. Now this hike is going to start my training, I guess you could say, for the Girard Hiking Trail at Oil Creek State Park. That's a 36-mile loop trail, and I'm looking to do it right in the middle of April sometime, right around, I'm thinking April 20th. The weekend of that, right in that vicinity somewhere. So I need to get my mileage up. So what I want to do is I'm going to start loading my backpack up with some weight, maybe a couple gallons of water, something on the lines of that, and wearing it, and going for hikes around my house. You know, 2, 3, 4 mile hikes. But one decent thing about where I live is that there's a trail that I take often, and it's got a pretty substantial elevation gain. I think that would be an awesome trail for training purposes. And one thing that's nice is it's about a half a mile away from where I work, so I can leave work, drive over there, throw the backpack on, do a quick hour hike, and train that way. That would be great. Look at this camping area. This is beautiful. Looks like an old well right here. See the circular stones? And I hear some water rapids, so I'm not going to walk too far off the trail, but let's see what it looks like over here. Huh, there's like a stone wall and stuff built here. I wonder if there's like an old mill or something here. Pretty nice. I'm seeing a lot of stone foundations around. Yeah, if you look, you can see there's the river right there. So, apparently we're going to be crossing it here shortly. Let's go take a look. A nice little waterfall area here. This is the rush of water I was hearing. Probably be a really nice place to come and cool off in the summertime. That's awesome. Well, everyone, I made it to Rausch Gap Shelter. One little problem though. Take a look at this. Probably can't see it because of the glare. But those 2 nor'easters we had, a tree fell on it. I just met up with, when I got here, there was 2 trail maintenance guys. And I guess they've been here all day cutting these trees up. There's the piped spring. That's awesome. Climb up over here. I'll take a look. See. I can still stay here if I want to, but there's going to be no fire because I'd be afraid of lighting all this stuff up. So, alright, let's take a look at our AT privy out here in the middle of nowhere. Hopefully there's nobody in it. Nope. Nice toilet seat. Oh yeah, okay. Just a big little pot. I'll save you the grossness. A lot of bird poop I see, and a lot of mouse poop it looks like also. So. Really? Even for the winter time and it not being used? It doesn't smell pretty in there. Well, everyone, I thought it through and I decided what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to head back towards the car. I may still stay out, we'll see, but it's getting pretty chilly out right now. And like I said, since I can't stay at the shelter, well, I could stay at the shelter here, but I can't have a fire here because, like, look at, there's the fire pit. I can't have a fire or anything like that, and that was my whole intentions. I brought my saw and everything like that, so I'm gonna make my way back, see how far I get, and go from there. Yeah, so kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? I definitely could just, you know, stealth camp somewhere, but we'll see what happens. All right. Well, we'll catch you on the flip side. Well, everyone, made it back to the truck. It was 11 miles round trip. Did the whole trip in just over 5 hours, and I forget what our moving average was, but I averaged 3 miles per hour, which I was surprised about that. So, well, gonna go find myself a cheeseburger and head home. Hey, thanks for coming along. We'll catch you later.